doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I gotta tell you, Paradise Highway. I always say there's gonna be a breakout performance in that movie. I feel like it went to you. You did a fantastic job
Thank
on this
you.
movie.
Well, thank
So
you so much.
how did you get approached for the role of Layla?
Well, um, I mean, well, once I got the script before the audition, so I read the script and I just fell in love with it. And I had to do a lot of preparations for this role before auditioning, and then Anna, the director, and I had a conversation over Zoom and just discussed how important it was for Layla to represent a real person in this situation. I mean, I think we just got along so well, and then I received the offer and started on the film.
Well, I spoke with Anna and we both agree you did such a phenomenal job in this movie, especially working among a cast of veterans. I was playing how Juliette Binoche. This is a role I've never imagined ever her playing in, but she did it so well. And what helped was the chemistry between you and her. That's what really drove the
Yeah,
film, in my opinion. So what was it like
transition.
work? Yeah, what was it like working with her?
It. I had so much fun with her. I mean, she is such an incredible actress. I'm so inspired by her. Just the way she transformed into Sally is so amazing. Um, yeah, I think we broke the ice pretty fast and started to bond really quickly. And even on set, she would sometimes act like a mother figure to me and always protect me and make sure I was okay. And I had so much fun working with her. I really hope I get to work with her again.
That's amazing. Because yeah, I was gonna add. You just pretty much answered my next question. Did you guys get to bond when you weren't shooting? And it seems like you did. I
Yeah,
think just to keep the chemistry going. I think that's what helps.
yeah. I mean, having that bond is also really important because Layla and Sally have such a special connection. So it's important for us to have that as well.
And you had some pretty intense scenes with Frank Grillo, who's one of my favorite actors these days, because he plays such intense roles. So what was it like with him shooting those scenes? It must have been like really tough at times, I imagine.
Yeah, he's such a nice person. He's such a nice person and such an amazing actor as well. Um, I only got to work with him for a few days, sadly, but it was so nice meeting him. I hope I get to work with him again as well.
That's awesome. One thing I want to ask you is what was the hardest scene for you to shoot in the film? Because I can imagine it might have been when you had to when you shot use the gun. I would imagine that because it was such
I
a
mean, actually, not exactly. I had a lot of training for that, but probably the hardest scene was when I got kidnapped. I mean, there was a lot of emotion, and there was so much in there I needed to prepare for, and staging and everything. I'd say probably that was the hardest scene I needed to do.
that's awesome. I got to tell you that I mean as I mentioned this is such a great film. And not only is it entertaining, it really tackles a subject that's really serious today, and that's human trafficking. And
Yeah.
you know, it that I mean, playing a role like that, it's just mind blowing. And especially, I like the fact that it's all about change as well. You know, Sally was doing stuff for doing these illegal stuff, but now she felt compelled to take care of you
Yeah.
when everything went crazy. And I like that transition. And then you in a way you changed too because you were quiet. Your character's really quiet because of the situation you're in, but as you bond with Sally, you become more outspoken and outgoing. And that pivotal scene where Sally's beaten up by the truckers and you just point your gun at them just shows that level of, um, I want to say, it's like you're in a family, like you're protecting like your family at that point because that's how you felt towards her. And I
Yeah.
felt that was a very powerful scene.
Yeah, Sally was probably one of the first people that Layla started connecting with really and kind of felt like family to her. So then they grew such a special bond and also started protecting each other a lot.
Yeah. Did you get to share the screen? Did you get to spend any time with Morgan Freeman or Cameron Monaghan on set, or since they shot their scenes like independently, were you able to get to see them at all during shooting?
I met them once. Actually I did see Cameron for some of the time. But Morgan Freeman, I had only met him once, and that was also the day he had to leave. I was kind of nervous because I'm such a fan of his, and he's such a great actor. So when we first met, I was a little intimidated, but I love working with him.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like, and their I felt was their story I felt was a subplot because it was like the buddy action comedy with those two, because you had Morgan as the smart alecky veteran and then Cameron the no nonsense rookie guy, but they did it so well too. I feel like it was two stories meshed in one. So it was like your story with Sally, and then you had the FBI agents, even though it's connected. But I like that they come together in the film. I think that's what's very important as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So I gotta say, I feel like this is your breakout. This is definitely a breakout role for you. And I was telling
Thank
Anna,
you.
I'm hoping that you keep going with this, keep going with acting, because I see you becoming a major star in the future. Because if you pulled something like this down the road, I see you becoming an Oscar nominee or Oscar winner at this point. Seriously, like this, if you don't get
Thank you so much.
if you don't get an award for this, I'm gonna say something, because I think you need to for this role. This role's just
My
too
goodness.
powerful. But so finally, what is next
Thank
for
you so
you?
much.
You're welcome. And what's next for you after this that you can talk about? Is there anything on the horizon?
Well, I do have a big project coming up, but I sadly cannot talk about it.
That's okay. As long as we know it's a big, we do know she has something coming. I hope it's something on the level of this movie, because your performance here just blew me away. But I do hope everyone gets to see Paradise Highway. It's coming out on July 29th. And this is an amazing film. It's not just entertaining, but it tackles a serious issue. And Hala here has probably one of the greatest performances in the film, truly one of the greatest performances in the film. And I hope she does more of this on screen. And thank you so much again for taking the time to talk about the movie.
Thank you. It's so nice meeting you.
All right, you can take care.
Take care.